Alrighty folks, in today's psychological lecture, we're going to be talking about why are you an unprofitable day trader? This is a question you all must ask yourselves, right? And this is probably the key to everything. I've been getting the question a lot frequently of people asking me, Salman, if you had to tell your unprofitable self one thing, what would that thing be? And that thing would be create solutions to your problems at an accelerated rate. What does this mean in English? For a lot of you guys probably just listened to me say that and you're probably sitting there saying, what the fuck did he just say? If you have identified problems, it's much easier to create solutions to those problems. But if those problems are loose in the air and half-ass identified problems, it's very hard to fix them. So for example, someone will come to me and say, Salman, I'm unprofitable. And I'll be like, okay, great. Why are you unprofitable? Well, it's my trading strategy. Well, what about your trading strategy is unprofitable? Well, I don't know. You're a dickhead. And that's why you're unprofitable. Oh, well, Salman, I'm unprofitable. Well, what about Salman, I'm unprofitable because of my psychology. Well, what about your psychology is unprofitable? And why are you unprofitable because of your psychology? Well, I don't know. That right there, I'm going to stop you all right there. That is what's keeping you unprofitable. You lack the ability to sit there and become a professional to identify what your individual problems are. How do you expect to create solutions to problems that you don't even know you have? It doesn't make any logistical sense. It's almost like saying you're depressed. Okay, you're depressed. And you're talking to your psychologist, right? Well, and the psychologist asks you, okay, well, why are you depressed? Well, I don't know. I'm just depressed. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. How are you supposed to create a solution to a problem you don't even know you have or a problem you fail to understand? You need to, and this is why journaling is so important. Journaling not only the aspect of psychology, but also on the aspect of your actual chart. You cannot create solutions to problems you do not understand. It's like a complete mind fuck. It doesn't make any sense. It's not going to just randomly come to you unless you're very spiritual with God and maybe God just wants to bless you and say, okay, just start doing this and then you just become blessed. Yeah, maybe that's a different story. That's a different anomaly that obviously I can't talk about. But for you guys that want control right now to be able to sit there and say, how do I fix this? You need to deeply understand what problems you are currently facing. And the problem with psychology as a whole is not everyone faces the exact same problem, right? Let's take Joe and Frank. Joe has the problem of overtrading. Frank has the problem of fear. Two different problems, two different solutions. So it's not going to just be a one solution. You need to sit there and have the skill set of sitting down and taking the time to identify, okay, well, based off of my journal, based off of what I felt emotionally and what I journaled about my emotions, I right now am a fearful person. I right now overtrade. I right now overleverage. And then from there, I also have a bad strategy. Well, beautiful. Now that you've identified what your problems, what are you going to do about it? Right? That's also a very, very important component that you must understand. You are a professional and you need to start acting like one. If you lack the ability to act like a professional with hyper understanding what problems you are and creating solutions to those problems, how do you expect to progress? It's a complete logic fail. It doesn't make any sense. So you need to sit there and take the time to sit there and say, okay, my name's Frank, I overleverage, I overtrade, and my strategy's faulty. Well, how do you know these things? Well, I know these things because I reviewed my journal. Right now, I'm averaging a 30-40% win rate. And anytime I take a loss, it causes me to blow my account. And I have fear in the marketplace because I hesitate on a lot of the optimal entries I want to take. Beautiful. Now that we've identified that, what are you going to do about it? Stop going to people for help because that makes you helpless, right? Unless it's a mentorship, I want you guys to get in the habit of stopping yourself from consuming free content from anyone. Especially if you religiously watch me and you really like taking my advice, do not take advice from just anyone on this app. Because a lot of these guys are spitting bullshit to then sell you something. And this sounds hypocritical because I sell a mentorship, right? My mentorship's really good. We get 5-member payouts a day. That's for a different topic and different story to talk about. But what I want you guys to realize, majority of the guys on here are spitting shit and they're trying to sell you a get-rich-quick scheme. You need to be a professional to understand this and say to yourself, it's going to be hard and I need to sit there and deeply understand what my problems are and create solutions to my own individual problems. This is where profitable day trading comes into place. But if you lack the ability to understand what your problems are, how do you expect to create a solution to a problem you don't even know you have? Like I mentioned, it's a complete logic fail. It doesn't actively make any sense whatsoever. So what I want all of you guys to get into the habit of doing is to constantly be reviewing your journal. And while you journal, I posted a video on exactly step-by-step how to journal. While you journal, I want you to identify specifically your emotional aspect while you trade, and then as well as your actual strategy aspect. What are the faults in between my strategy and my psychology? Well, I noticed on Mondays and Fridays, I typically blow my account because Mondays and Fridays are lower probable, which causes me to take a loss, which then affects my psychology, which then causes me to overtrade and overleverage. Now that you have that identified, what do you think I would tell you? As a professional, what would you think I would tell you? Well, I would tell you, hey, maybe stop trading Mondays and Fridays. Because if you just start taking the time to sit there and try to fix your problems, it becomes really fucking easy. Trading becomes very easy because you can always have an answer for everything. I understand why you're unprofitable. I understand it fully because I was unprofitable. And the reasons I was unprofitable is because my brain was shut off while I would trade, and I didn't try to sit there to create solutions to my individual problems. And this is the vast majority of you guys are in the exact same set of shoes. You all will sit there and say, I don't know. If a professional day trader were to come ask you a bunch of questions, majority of you guys probably couldn't answer them. And that should scare you, right? And what I mean by that specifically is, let's say, hypothetically speaking, I come into your house, right? You hire me, let's just say, complete hypothetical. Let's say you hire me, someone's good at psychology, I want him to come to my house, I'm gonna invite him over for lunch, and we're gonna talk about trading, so then maybe that can help me. I come to your house, we sit down, we have a conversation. And let's say your name is Joe. All right, Joe, I'm talking to you right now. Joe, what are your problems you're currently facing right now? I don't really know, it's my psychology a little bit. Okay, well, if it's kind of your psychology, what about your psychology is fucked? And what about your psychology is faulty? Well, I don't really know. It's a little bit of over trading, and I'm just not sure. That is what's keeping you unprofitable. Right there, that exact thing is what is keeping you unprofitable right now. You lack the ability to sit down and take the time to identify what your deeply rooted problems are and create solutions to those problems, and that's exactly why you're in the exact same shoes for the last couple of years of your life. 0 plus 0 will always equal 0. This is an analogy that I came up with and I repeat all the time. All right? The analogy you have all heard is, if nothing changes, what changes? 0 plus 0 will always equal 0. So you doing the same repetitive actions every single day, paired with the same strategy and the same thought process, will always equal the same outcome. Now, this is applicable for profitable day trading as well. You find a profitable strategy, you find a profitable system, paired with you have good psychology. Then 1 plus 1 equals 2. You get a different outcome. You start making more money. Your life changes. And then 2 plus 2, you start scaling, you start thinking in a different way, and it actually becomes even more of a profitable system. Then it's 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then you start scaling, and then your life becomes awesome, and then all the lifestyle changes that you so desire and you watch on YouTube all day end up coming into fruition into your life. But it all starts off the basis of you sitting there and taking the time to ask yourself, what are my problems right now, and how do I fix them? And if you lack the ability to do this, I promise you one thing, and I can guarantee you one thing. You will stay in the exact same shoes of life that you've been in for the last couple of years of your life. You cannot expect a different outcome than the one that you are currently facing if the actions are the exact same every single day. You doing the same thing for the last 2 years will ensure you get the same result every single time. So change it up. Now that you understand this and you identified this, what are you going to do differently? You're going to actively ask yourself, how do I create solutions to my problems? You're going to join a mentorship to learn a profitable strategy that has been proven by hundreds of other people. You're going to do and take all of these actions that then will lead you down to become a profitable day trader. But if you sit there hopeless and helpless, waiting and expecting some change to happen in your life, you're going to get the same result every single time. That's not how life works. Right? If you genuinely want the change now, sit there and fix your problems and stop being a little bitch that just expects everything to just be given to him naturally and randomly. It's never worked that way before. I want you guys to understand this. So take action today and understand what your problems are. I challenge all of you guys, after this video, you click off this video, spend an hour out of your life and identify what your problems are and then create solutions to them. And comment them under this video. I promise you, watch, we're gonna click off this video. Probably by the time you guys are watching this, have 2, 3, 4, 5,000 views in that general ballpark. And I promise you there'll probably be sub 15 to 20 comments because the vast majority of people are incapable of doing this and they're lazy and they're sacks of shit. So I challenge all of you guys. I personally challenge all of you guys watching this video right now. Identify what all of your problems are, then create solutions to those problems are. Comment them under this video so I can review them. And maybe a video idea will come from that, and I'll be able to help you guys even more. But majority of you guys are incapable of doing this, and you're lazy. Anyways, I love you guys. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday. one day closer to death, so there's nothing to be celebrating. Just another day in the office. Keep working. Gonna go out to dinner with the family after this. Pretty much it. I don't like doing shit, like new shit. I don't really care, bro. It's a birthday. I didn't fucking win the Grammys. I didn't win a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. It's just my birthday. I'm gonna go to dinner, come back home, work even more, because I practice the shit that I preach to you guys. I don't give a fuck. I can be a heathenistic person and go get a fucking table at a club if I wanted to for my 20th birthday. It's all dickhead shit. None of it makes sense. None of it's worth it. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this. Comment and really, really take the time to identify what your problems are and comment them below, and I'll review them. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.